It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Where did all his hair go? Decided to have my hair cut, get it all off. It was something that I've been kind of thinking about for quite a long time. It just becomes such hard work, long hair. I didn't realise how much hard work it was. So I thought, you know what, book an appointment with a hairdresser and get it all off. And it feels nice, liberating, just to wake up in the morning. I had a shower yesterday, just rubbed a bar of soap in my head type of thing. I didn't have to bother with conditioner and all this other stuff and brushing it. And, Anyway. Beer review time. I was at a flea market in Cardiff about a year or so ago, and I picked up some pound beers. And the reason why I picked them up as ornaments. Just to go in this bar, just to fill the bar out. And I kept on buying stuff, and I kept on buying stuff, and I kept on buying stuff. And I get to the point where, just like my hair, I'm like, right, I need to clear out. I need a fresh start. So I've done a bit of decorating, tidied up a bit. I thought, do you know what? These beers, they're covered in dust again. Let's get them reviewed. Let's see what they're like. They're all from like 1993, 1994 era. Where do we start? Should we start off now? This is an interesting one. Should we start off with this one? Now, if you go on Untapped, this is one of the lowest rated lagers on Untapped. I think it's from South Africa. Nairobi in Africa. It's called White Cap. And yeah, it's not got a very good rating, and it's from May 1994. That's when it went off, May 1994. So we're going to start with this one. Why not? Let's get it out, see what we get. Is there going to be any kind of carbonation on the opening? There was. I heard it. I'm not expecting much at all from these beers. I have picked up, I've got two really kind of special box beers, which I paid a little bit more money for. I've got a Whitbread Celebration Ale, when the actual Whitbread brewery was open, in a wooden box, 750 millilitres. And I've got another beer from a brewery that brewed a beer especially for 1999. But look at that. This beer is nearly 30 years old. In 3 months' time, 4 months' time, this beer would have been 30 years old. And it's got carbonation. Isn't that amazing? Quite decent carbonation for a 30-year-old beer. Lots of suspension going on. But it's got a head. It's got a head on it. It's amber in colour. Let's get the aroma. Oh. We'll be having just a tiny little sip of this one. Oof, that really kind of rocked my head back. Bit like paint stripper. Little sip then. If it's got like a 1 star on Untapped, if it's one of the lowest rated lagers, it's not going to be great anyway, is it? Tasting it, caramel, that's not bad actually. Just a caramel, it's kind of like malty. Sweet and malty, but I wouldn't drink the whole pint. So that's a look at White Cap then. There's not even any ABV on it. I don't know if it's like a 5% ABV beer. Next one. We'll go down the end here. This is a beer that's been brewed for, I think this has been brewed for, yeah, Marks and Spencer, look. This has been brewed for Marks and Spencer, and the best before date is the 3rd 07. So this one's only 13 years old. Brewed in Spain, 5% ABV, 330 milliliter bottle, gold bottle cap. Not much in the way of carbonation on this one. Even when I shake the bottle, look. I think this may be another beer that's gone. Yeah, no, that's gone. Look. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness me. I don't know how to explain that. It's looks like rusty nail water, doesn't it? Oh yeah, this one's definitely gone. They got really terrible aromas to them. Really terrible aromas. But sweet caramel malt as well coming through. Little sip. Little sip. Sweet malt, biscuity. Definitely off though. Whoa, definitely off. That's probably one of the worst looking beers I've ever seen in my life. But then again, it's 13 years old. It's just, I thought it'd be fun to make a video. Another undrinkable beer then. The next one, I've got a little bit of hope for. This is German. This is German, and I'm wondering with this one, if the German purity law will kind of allow this to be okay. Just malt, hops, yeast and water. Will this one be okay? There's a lot of sediment in the bottom of the bottle. This beer is from, or it went off in December 1995. That makes it 28 years old. 28 years old, yeah. And you've got that kind of Brinkhoff's bottle cap there. Now, I haven't even looked to see if this beer, if the brewery still exists. It's from Dortmund, original brewery, Abfalung. There you go. Green glass bottle, let's go. There we go, carbonation. Did you hear that hiss? Always a good sign. Look at this, eh? Look at this now. Now then. If you look at that liquid there, good carbonation, not much of a head, but then again I haven't poured it all out yet. I just want to show you what the liquid looks like before we kind of add all that sediment in the bottom. There's a lot of sediment there. I mean, I suppose I could taste it without the sediment. The aroma is okay. The aroma is okay. You still get the lager, you still get the hops, you still get that kind of dry Pilsner. Of course, it's a lot sweeter than it would have been. There's a little bit of carbonation there. I could feel quite confident drinking this whole thing. Carbonated, sweet, light, malty liquid. Definitely not the lager it once was. Look at that. Look at that. It's carbonated. There's a big lump of something in there though. I mean, it's probably what saved the beer. The carbonation is probably what saved this. I mean, it's never going to be as good as a lager that's supposed to be drunk within its sell-by date, but it's certainly not undrinkable like the other beers. It's sweet, it's malty, it's carbonated. There's still a little bit of a hop character in there. German beer, see, absolute quality in there. German beer, they know what they're doing. Next one I've actually had. If you go, where's this from? I've been there, I've had a look. Oh, it's from Tenerife. I've been to Tenerife a few times and I've had Dorada. If you've been to Tenerife, you've probably had Cerveza Dorada. This beer is from 1997. In a can, so not sure what to expect here because it's a sealed product. It might offer some carbonation. Yeah, look at that, yeah. So packaging makes a difference too, doesn't it? Oh, look at this. That is the most carbonated beer of the lot. Look at the head retention on that. Or at least the developed head. Look at that carbonation. It's from 1997. How's the maths? 2020, 26 years old. 26-year-old beer. Sometimes you walk around these flea markets and you see these things and they're meant to be, aren't they? That bottle of Whitbread Celebration Ale to celebrate like 250 years of brewing. It was meant to fall in my lap because I will one day. I will open that one day. It's 8% ABV and I don't see the point in holding on to stuff forever and auctioning it and making a ton of money from it. I'd rather show it to you on YouTube. I'd rather show you what a bottle of proper old Whitbread would have looked like. Let's get into this one then. Ooh. I mean, it probably looks the best, but it certainly doesn't smell. It smells a bit like paint stripper, this one. Ooh, yeah. Also, for a laugh, I bought a bottle of Baby Sham. Remember Baby Sham? 5.5%. That's like 30-year-old bottle of Baby Sham. It smells awful, but it actually tastes okay. Weird that. Weird. Yeah, that's up with the Brinkhoffs. That's kind of drinkable, that one. You could probably drink that. Probably not going to. I'll be honest, I'm not going to. But you probably could if you really needed a can of beer. Last but not least, then, save this till last. This is from my local brewery, Brains Brewery. This is, if you remember Dylan Thomas, this is a bottle of Dylan's Ale. And this was brewed, and I'm a little bit reluctant to open this. I'm a little bit reluctant because this was brewed at the Old Brewery. Now, if you've ever been to Cardiff's Brewery Quarter, they've got like your Nando's there, various pizza places, Indian restaurants, flats above now. But it used to be a working brewery. It used to be Brains Brewery, the working brewery. It used to be a one-way system where the lorries could only get in, and they had to be special hydraulic lorries that, because of the low kind of steel beams getting into the entrance of the building, because it's in the middle of the city centre, the lorries had to kind of, the hydraulics on the truck used to lower the truck, I don't know how much by, just to get through the gates. These still, because there's a building above, one of those kind of like steel acros, and then a building above, so we'd have to kind of duck down, if you like, to get into the brewery, fill up barrels and whatnot, and then they'd have to duck down again to get out onto the other side, actually onto St Mary Street. So you can see there, yeah, Dylan's Ale, brewed at the Old Brewery, Cardiff. Yeah, this is from 1999. That's when they moved. 1990. This is quite a significant beer. This is when they moved to the Hancock's Brewery, just on the outskirts of Cardiff, which is, they've sold again, and that's becoming a big, like, another, like, blocks of flats and Nando's and all your restaurants and stuff. So they've done it twice. And now they're just in an industrial estate now over Cardiff Docks somewhere. But we're gonna go for it. Why not? I talked about the whitbread ale, and there's no point in it. I mean, there's not many people who will understand. Let's do it. Oh, look at all that yeast on the inside of that cap. There's not many people who would have understood that Brains Brewery moved from this brewery in 1999, and I so happen to have a beer that the sell-by date is 1999. It's probably important to just a few people. It's, you know, whoa, look at this one. Oh, looks like there's slugs in there. Oh, it's all floating on the top as well. Oh. I'm not sure if you can see that. Find a bit. It's dark amber in colour. Still some carbonation. Still some fine carbonation on the beer. But I'm going to find a piece now which I can get my mouth into and without drinking any of that sediment. And this is going to be the smallest of mouthfuls because it's everywhere. It's actually quite nice. If I fish this stuff out, if I fish all this stuff out, you could probably get away with drinking some of this, and it's following me round. Toffee malt, burnt, roasted toffee malt flavours. Very biscuity, very nutty. It's not bad, that, actually. It's just a shame it, like, it's not bad at all. Rich and nutty and toasty. That's probably my no. I was drinking Brains before 1999, so I would have drunk beer from the Old Brewery. I'm old enough because I used to play rugby, and I used to drink Brains Bitter and Brains SA when I used to play rugby in '96. So I would have drunk beer from the Old Brewery. This would have definitely been my only bottle, though, from the old brewery. So, just some history, just a reference, just like, if you like, showing what beers are like from like 30 years ago. Are they drinkable? I've done it before. I've done it earlier on this year where I had a bottle from, it was from this lot actually. I had a new bottle lager from Germany. Can't remember the name of the brewery now. And I had like a 30-year-old bottle as well. Different marketing, different branding, but essentially the same lager. And I drank the lager and I felt ill for a couple of days. I had like bad guts for 2 days. So I'm very skeptical as to how much of this kind of stuff I drink. We are only 2 weeks out from Christmas. I don't want to make myself too ill. Yeah, I'm not going to rate it. It's pointless rating it. I just thought I would show you 30-year-old beer. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.